Hi, I'm SuperSocks and welcome to my little corner of the internet. I upload videos on a regular basis all about the games I love and try to tell a good old yarn in the process. If you like what you see, feel free to click on the subscribe button. It would also help me greatly if you enjoyed this video to click the thumbs up button or even the thumbs down button. Right, so before I kick off this week's video, I just want to take you back to 1994. I would have been about 15 at the time, and looking back, probably with rose-tinted glasses, it was a great year. We were introduced to two iconic TV shows, a myriad of great films including the likes of True Lies and The Crow, and we got games like System Shock, the original Need for Speed, Donkey Kong Country, and the original Warcraft, to name just a few. But there's also another game that came out that year that swept me up in its rainbow-coloured arms. That game was Theme Park, and it was published by Bullfrog and the ever-enigmatic Peter Molyneux. I sank so many hours into this game, creating my own little parks of enjoyment and terror for all those impressionable meeples. I knew I hadn't made a good roller coaster when the visitors didn't throw up when jumping off. It seems cliched, but it was a simple game to get into, yet to keep everyone happy was still a tricky task. Everything was easy to understand, the mechanics, the UI, all the systems coming together in this beautifully built management sim. But it was the visual style and colour palette that always drew me into this game. The bright multitude of colours, everything clear, everything popping out in front of your eyes like pure dopamine, no darkness, fear, just pure fun. And that is why I have such high hopes for Park Beyond, the new game from developer Limbic Entertainment and publisher Bandai Namco. The first time I saw the trailer, it took me straight back to 1994. Seeing those colours jump out of the screen immediately gave me that nostalgic hit. But of course, proof, as they say, is in the pudding. If only all games could be judged on their trailers, the original Dead Island would be classed as the greatest game of all time. Which is why I was very happy when Namco announced a closed beta, which is currently running until the 19th of May. I was even happier to get access. Thank you, Namco. Over the last week or so, I've been giving Park Beyond a go to see if the mechanics matches its looks. Whilst this is a beta and content is a little light, it's already giving me hope that this game can bring back that theme park nostalgia, whilst offering up a little of its own magic. And I just wanted to share my thoughts with you in this short video. So yeah, the first thing that hits you is how this game looks. It's bright and breezy. All the prefabricated rides and shops available in this beta have their own distinct looks. From the soda shops and food stalls to the individuality of the handful of rides you get to mess around on. Those good old theme park sounds are all in there, the distant hubbub of laughing and shouting, mixed with the mechanical arms swinging, gears spinning, lights flashing. And then when you move closer, the noises increase, and you single out the sounds of a particular ride, playing its musical accompaniment to the screams of the riders. In terms of gameplay mechanics and UI, and all that lovely stuff, the developers appear to be going more towards the slightly lighter side of management sims, rather than the minutiae of park management that something like Planet Coaster does. If this beta is anything to go by, you can still have fun with your theme park creations, adjust terrain, modify coasters, shops and other rides, but they appear to have focused more on making all these things relatively straightforward to understand and utilise, with one caveat. When placing an item, I do think the rotating mechanic for positioning items and rides needs a little tightening up. It can be a little tricky to place something exactly how you would like it. I found the UI very easy to understand. I love the colour coding, heat map style, quick views that show you which visitors are happy, thirsty, hungry. It's a nice simple touch to see everything you need at a glance. All the key metrics can be seen from the main game view, from your current cash balance, the cleanliness of the park, how happy everyone is, and how far you've got to go on your next research level to have access to new rides and shops. I appreciate all the hand-drawn style icons down the left-hand side of the screen, each giving you the ability to view in detail how the park is operating. And I like the little touches they've added, like getting little alerts that tell you a particular drink might be popular, so you can adjust availability and pricing, like you're selling the new Pry. I also like how park progression appears to be somewhat more streamlined. A lot of your time is focused on the sort of visitors that you want to get into your park. Is it teenagers? Is it adults? Is it families? Or is it a mix? Park progression builds around this, so research unlocks let you choose batches of rides and shops that may appeal to families more than teens. And each ride and shop, and even your custom roller coasters, have a simple metric for profitability, fun factor and amazement, but it gives you a clear indicator if it appeals to kids, adults or teenagers, allowing you to cater accordingly. This is one of the clear things about this game, was visibility, excuse the pun. Every measurement, statistic and gauge is all really easy to understand, something games like Planet Coaster can sometimes not get quite right. Obviously, one of the key joys of these types of games is creating your own roller coasters, and honestly I was amazed at how easy and intuitive it is, using your own imagination and the use of the prefab items given to you. Using just a couple of keys and your mouse, building the tracks is really fun, and I appreciate that the game knows that what you want to do is build a roller coaster right from the start. So the tutorial just gets right to it, straight away, which means when you get to creating your first park in a custom map, you have what is potentially the trickiest hurdle to overcome cleared immediately. As I said earlier, the game I played only has a very small amount of content in it. A handful of rides and shops and early roller coaster designs, but it did allow me to try out the campaign mode, which is one part tutorial and one part challenge completion. There are only a few levels present in the beta, but gives you the core concepts and a way of learning everything so that you can take it into what I feel will be the main mode, the custom maps. There is also another challenge style mode that gives you a semi-open park, and you have to complete small challenges to open up other areas, like hire some cleaners or build paths to connect two rides together, things like that. It was fun and a variation on the theme park management theme, but not something I would particularly play all the time. I came into this game looking for that kick in the nostalgia nutsack, and honestly, in its current form, I actually came away with a lot more. Yes, I love the feeling I got playing what feels like Theme Park Upgraded, but I also appreciate the changes, the tweaks to the management systems, that they are attempting to bring us a decent campaign to play through, and that they've clearly worked on developing this for as many people as possible to enjoy. I understand when it comes to management sims it can be easy to not include everyone. Some people like the nitty-gritty side of things. Some people just want to build metallic monstrosities. Others want to just pop those rides down and have fun. If this beta is anything to go by, the developers could be on the right track to please all tastes. But what do you guys think? Have you been able to get into the beta? Have you enjoyed it? Leave your comments down below, and if you like this video, give that subscribe button a little tickle. Thanks for watching, it means a lot everyone, and I'll see you guys again soon. Take care, bye.